The Minnesota Vikings are still active on the market and are in advanced negotiations. With two big NFL stars, you will be surprised by today's news. But first, don't forget to like this video because your like helps us reach more Minnesota Vikings fans. So subscribe now so you don't miss any more news. Now enough of the chatter and let's get to today's news. PFF's optimistic forecast excites Vikings fans and reinforces confidence in J.J. McCarthy. The Minnesota Vikings are preparing for one of the most significant seasons in their recent history, and with it also comes the long-awaited debut of J.J. McCarthy as the starting quarterback. After being selected in the first round of the 2024 draft and missing his entire rookie season due to a knee injury, McCarthy will finally have the chance to lead the Vikings offense, and expectations could not be higher. Now healthy, McCarthy leads a team that is built to truly compete. General Manager Kwesi Adofo-Mensah and head coach Kevin O'Connell have spared no effort to surround the young quarterback with talent, both on the offensive line and in the group of receivers and runners. The structure is in place, the stage is set, and McCarthy's moment has finally arrived. PFF analyst projects instant success for McCarthy with Vikings in a June 10th article published by Pro Football Focus. PFF analyst Dalton Wasserman highlighted one reason for optimism for each NFL team in the 2025 season. In the case of the Minnesota Vikings, the focus, as expected, was squarely on J.J. McCarthy. Quarterback J.J. McCarthy was unable to play a single snap in the regular season due to a knee injury, but he looked promising in his lone preseason game en route to an 84.0 PFF grade, Wasserman wrote. The analyst also noted that there are no longer any obstacles between McCarthy and the starting job. He will have the opportunity to develop from the beginning within Kevin O'Connell's offensive system, which emphasizes play action and mental control of the game, to strengths of the former Michigan star. In his last two seasons at Michigan, McCarthy had a 91.7 PFF passer grade on play action plays, which ranked him second among power for quarterbacks, behind only Michael Penix Jr., the Falcons' current starter. Wasserman added, "The prediction is clear. McCarthy has everything he needs to thrive in Minnesota, and the Vikings offense could surprise many analysts who still doubt the rookie's ability. If he lives up to the potential he showed in college, the Vikings will once again be among the real contenders for the playoffs, and who knows, maybe more." In addition, McCarthy himself has already demonstrated maturity by praising the competitiveness within the squad, saying he enjoys the pressure of competing for position and delivering results, with the support of experienced players like Justin Jefferson, Aaron Jones, and TJ. Meanwhile, other teams are on the outside looking on. In another PFF article published on June 12th, Wasserman listed 5 underrated teams that could surprise in 2025: the Bengals, Cowboys, Colts, 49ers, and Seahawks. However, it's interesting to see the 49ers as underdogs, since they've historically been the favorites every year. But that doesn't take away from Minnesota's shine. Right now, the focus is clear. The Vikings are betting all their chips on J.J. McCarthy, and by all accounts, he's ready to deliver. If PFF's projections hold true, Minnesota will not only have its quarterback of the future, it could also once again be a feared team in the NFC. Hey, Skull fans, prepare your hearts, because one of the most beloved names in the recent history of the Minnesota Vikings may be coming home again. That's right, Adam Thielen, the fan-favorite wide receiver, is being tipped for a possible return to Minnesota, and the backstage area is already buzzing with this possibility. But before you continue, subscribe to the Report Vikings channel now. Like and comment below. Would you like to see Adam Thielen back in the U.S.? After a solid season with the Carolina Panthers in 2023, Thielen still has no set destination for 2025, according to information from Ian Rappaport from NFL Network. The veteran wide receiver is evaluating offers and has a declared interest in returning to a competitive team, and more than that, returning to the place where he built his career, Minnesota. Star Tribune journalist Ben Gosling reinforced in an article published this week that there are internal conversations within the Vikings front office about the possibility of bringing Thielen back, not only because of the talent he still offers, but because of the immediate impact he would have on the locker room. The emotional connection is strong, but the evaluation is also technical. He still produces, is reliable on third downs, and knows Kevin O'Connell's playbook, wrote Gosling. Thielen was released by the Vikings in March 2023 after 10 seasons of dedication. 530 for receptions, 55 touchdowns, and timeless moments like the Minneapolis Miracle and the connections with Kirk Cousins in the offense's golden years. Many fans saw his departure as inevitable due to salary issues, but never as a definitive goodbye. Now, with the offensive rebuild underway, J.J. McCarthy arriving, Justin Jefferson extended, and Jordan Addison evolving, the presence of a veteran like Thielen could be exactly what the receiving corps needs. Even at 34, Adam Thielen had over 1,000 receiving yards in 2023, which is one of the few bright spots in the Panthers' turbulent season. He showed that he can still create separation, maintain confidence on medium and short routes, and be a leader on and off the field, with youth dominating Minnesota's offense. Having someone like him to balance out the WR room makes perfect sense. According to Kevin Seifert at ESPN, the idea is not to use Thielen as a fixed WR2, but rather as a reliable slot receiver capable of being a safe target on third downs, especially if Jordan Addison continues to draw secondary attention. In addition, Thielen would have a mentoring role, helping to mold Addison and rookie McCarthy himself as they transition to the NFL. The emotional factor also weighs in. Thielen was born in Minnesota, studied in Mankato, entered the NFL undrafted, and built his history wearing the number 19 jersey. He is a symbol of Vikings culture and one of the most respected players by fans. His return would have a direct impact on team morale and the connection with the fans, especially after the recent departures of veterans like Cousins and Danielle Hunter. In a recent interview with the podcast Bussin' with the Boys, Thielen said that he hasn't closed the door on a possible return to Minnesota and that he still feels the love of the Purple fans. These words rekindled the feeling among the fans, and in the last few hours, his name has once again become one of the most searched on Vikings fan forums, especially with the hashtag Thielen returns on X, formerly Twitter. From a financial standpoint, the move would also be possible. Thielen is not looking for $1 million contract. His desire, according to sources from Jeremy Fowler ESPN, would be to play for a team with a real chance of making the playoffs and where he feels valued. Minnesota fits that scenario perfectly right now. The Vikings depth chart features Justin Jefferson, Jordan Addison, Brandon Powell, and Yalen Naylor. With the addition of Thielen, O'Connell would gain a reliable weapon for crossing routes, red zone, and decisive situations. And let's not forget the psychological impact. Imagine U.S. Bank Stadium exploding to the sound of Skull Chant, with Adam Thielen being introduced as a reinforcement. The energy, symbolism, and leadership he brings could be decisive for a team looking to balance youth and experience in 20-5. The Vikings management has not yet officially confirmed their interest, but the smoke is already thick, and where there's smoke, Skull Nation already knows. You can have purple fire at any time. What about you, purple and gold fan? Would you bring Adam Thielen back for another chapter with the Vikings? Leave your opinion in the comments, like the video, and of course, subscribe to the Report Vikings channel now. Here you can stay up to date with all the rumors, reinforcements, behind-the-scenes stories, and epic moments of our favorite team. Skull forever, ever.